All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Long time no see. So we took off the max, restarted our server, backed it up. Actually, I did this backwards. We took off the max, backed up our server, and now we're going to test it out and see how it is. If you guys missed it, we had to reset all the stats, aka settings, because we were having some type of issues. So hopefully we fixed it. I'm going to put this in here. Damn, good thing I came over here because I don't have any magazines left. MP5, but we don't have any UMP. That's all 9mm, perfect. All right, so we'll just spawn in some MP5 mags. Shit. I just messed up. Give me a second. Close that window. We do not want Tarkov to be running. MP5 magazine. We'll do 4. And then we're gonna hit play on the music. Got some jams on Twitch right now. We're gonna activate YouTube Music in about 3 hours. Getting rid of the Spotify's. Spotify is like $11.99 to renew, and YouTube is only $13.99 to renew. So for a couple dollars more, it makes more sense to do YouTube. Free with an ad blocker. Motherfucker, you're gonna have to show me how to do that. You're gonna have to show me how to do that. Oh, but no, hold on. I don't use the website. I use the app, the YouTube app. I use the actual app itself, the desktop app, because I have a link to my Stream Deck. Fuck. So I won't be able to do it. Bro, I activated the max last night after resetting all the stupid ass server settings, because there was no loot at all again on the bunker. Oh, there was a fucking ads. Damn it. And then I left the mech sign just to fuck around with it. Man. I got caught twice in the airfield. Didn't die. But those boys aggroed the shit out of me. Alright, so we're gonna need some mags. Or ammo, I mean. Yeah, I dropped 6 mags on them. Didn't do shit. I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do this shit. Maybe we'll have him up one day out of the week. That's kind of like an event from like 6 p.m. to like 10 p.m. Yeah, the crap ammo. Alright, let's see how this shit works now. The zones I fucked up too. Hold on. Oh, shit. I took off PvP. Okay. Let's set that up real quick. Let's see. So we're going to remove penalties on fame for the open beta test. Son of a bitch, I gotta restart it again. Fuck. Bunkers, 0.5 on this. This we had at 300 or 600, I think. We'll try default like this and see what happens. I'm trying to see if I have the map set to PvE or PvP. That's this one down here. This is my gem right here. What the fuck is this at? D1 bunker. A3 bunker. A1. What? So tell me what to do. Z1 PvP. Z4. Bro, I've never met anybody with so many fucking computer issues with audio, and that's just crazy. I would be pissed off. I feel bad. Like, my man's just like, he's trying to play, but I can't because this fucking shit keeps fucking up. Z0 PvP. This one is, where the fuck is this at? Oh, that's junkyard. No bill zones can go off. Everything is turned on for PvP. Village. Bunker. Wait, what the fuck? Is there a bunker on Z0? The fuck is this? Scum. Bunker locations. Yep, down there. There we go. Now we can see it. Z1 PvP. All right, so A4 PvP is the one that we're missing. Where's A4? A4 bunker PvP. D1 bunker PvP. D3 bunker. D1 bunker is good. C4 bunker PvP, we gotta change that. What the fuck is this over here? Oh, it's a gas station. I gotta look for A1 bunker. There it is. That's a traitor, that's a traitor, that's a traitor, that's a traitor. Gotta look for A3 now. A3 bunker, A3 PvP. There's a gas station. Why do I have PvP here? Oh, because of the town. All right. Let's see if there's any damage. Nope. All right, so we're good. PvE. So our server is going to be PvE VP to the elemental P. Yeah, you know me. Bars. What the fuck? Wait, why didn't this spawn? What the fuck? And the other one. What? Yo. There should be another one around here somewhere too that I took. There should be 2 more tractors or maybe 1 more. Alright, since we can't despawn them, I got a little some. Oh yeah, motherfucker. Is there any damage in it? Fuck. I think there's a way to despawn vehicles. I'll have to look for a YouTube video on how to do that. Let's go hit up the airport. And then we'll teleport to a bunker and see if there's any loot. Bro, what languages is it I'm listening to? Is this Brazilian or some shit? Because they speak a little bit of Spanish, but then the rest is, I have no idea what the hell they're saying. I just like the beat. Get out. Catch me if you can. There we go. He just called his boys. Let's see. Okay, what the hell's going on? The fuck? There we go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I can't run. No. Alright. Yeah, it works. It works. Poke the bear and they'll come fuck you up. Oh, I have no gold, so this thing doesn't operate. Okay, cool. That works. Our base is down by B1, so we'll go to B1. Am I going the right way or am I going the wrong way? Going the wrong way. That was crazy how they swarmed. Better come suppressed or don't come at all. You know what? Let me just teleport so we can make this shit quick. Alright. Go right there and check that one out. Oh shit, hold on. Now we can get in. We're doing a quick test on all the bunkers. Or not all of them, but the 4 main ones. See if we can find loot right at the beginning, because that was the issue. We had no loot. The fuck, not again, bro. What the fuck, man? How do you turn this loot on in here? And I'm running around, I'm not getting aggroed at all. Oh my god, this is fucking stupid. There's always loot in these two. Dude. This is chopped. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, man.
Hello guys, and I wanted to just go over a little bit about SCUM and the new loot that you can change. As you can see, we're going to be doing a couple export commands. There is export default item spawning parameters, and if you read here after typing this command, it's going to put it into this folder for you, which is going to be right here.
Fuck, I gotta mess with the JSON.
We're going to go to items and then default, and there is our parameters right there. What the item ID is, you can find the item ID. If you're in single player, you can just type hashtag and start typing it, and it'll provide you the item ID. One thing I also forgot to mention is that you can use a program called SCUM Admin Helper in single player. This is very helpful and is going to be able to provide you with easier access to finding out what exactly each item looks like and which code you need to enter to use it. SCUM Admin Helper. There'll be a link in the description below. Here's an example of some item IDs, weapon _ M82A1 _ black. Now, if we want to remove it, this is what we do. Disable for spawning. This means the item will not spawn in the game. Now, allowed locations right here, coastal, continental, and mountain, simply just means that they will spawn in specific areas of the map. Having all three of these means it'll spawn all over the map. Now, there's these two things, which is cooldown per squad member, minimum, maximum. This simply means that after the item has been picked up, you cannot loot another one, pretty much just putting a cap on it, and this in hours. So for instance, we look up key card, there is this key card, which is for the kill box card, and then there's bunker key cards level 0, 1, and 0, 2. As you can see, there's a 1, a 1, and 1, and a 1 next to the cooldown per squad member, minimum, maximum, meaning that there is a time of 1 hour that you cannot obtain another key card. If you don't like this, and let's say you die in a bunker and you can't get back to your stuff, I'd recommend making this change. 0, 0, 0, 0. That will just mean that there is no cooldown, meaning you can find multiple cards. So right now it is squad limited, meaning if you're in a squad of 10 people, you can only get 1 card. It's not per person limited, it's squad limited. So this one here, I wouldn't really touch these because in each area, you're going to have a different setting for these. So if you find it in a World War II bunker, it's going to be more damaged and so on and so forth. It's pretty much just saying if this spot here is going to override every other place it'll look for. So in your other files, essentially. By setting this to false, it's going to ignore these two values and it's not going to make any impact on anything else. But let's say you wanted to have something always spawn with 100% usage. You could turn that to true, so it would override it. And having it to 0, meaning it'll always spawn at 100%. And then the random usage pretty much just says it can go between 0 and to the number you put here. So at 0 and 0, obviously you know is 0, but if we set it to 50, that means it could randomly use between 0 to 50. Now that you've edited these, let's say we've had these little key cards, we want everyone to be able to get them, we've set it to 0, we're good, you can save it. If there's something you really don't like in the game that just bugs you every time you see it, you can just turn that to true and turn it off, and you'll never see it again. Once you've edited the parameters to be exactly how you want it, you're going to have to go and create an override folder. It has to be spelt correctly, that's how you do it. go into the default, copy your parameters, and go back to override and paste it in there. That way, every time it's loaded, the override is going to be loaded afterwards, so the changes that are made are going to be into effect. Then when you go in and export the current, it's going to provide you with the list of the override. So every time you change something, or make sure you change it and have an override folder. Otherwise, your changes won't take into effect.
Shit.
Now that's just the loot parameters. What about the default item spawner preset? Once you use this command, export default item spawner presets, it's going to send it here, as it says in single player. It's going to go to the same spot, just a little bit different with the Windows No Editor, loot, spawners, and presets. So spawners and presets. You're going to get 3 folders: default, current, and override. So if you're editing something, you're going to want to put an override so it loads the last, meaning that's going to be the one that's active. Current simply pulls what you already have. Default pulls what the developers have set. The easiest way I've found to modify things in the developers have set. Current simply pulls, you're going to want to put an override different with the Windows No Editor.
All right, so I gotta look for the loot on the server file so I can delete all the vehicles.
Loot, spawners, and presets. So spawners and presets. You're going to get 3 folders: default, current, and override. So if you're editing something, you're going to want to put an override so it loads the last, meaning that's going to be the one that's active. Current simply pulls what you already have. Default pulls what the developers have set. The easiest way I've found to modify things in the loot nodes is simply go into the default file, then find the one you want to edit. So in this case, let's grab depository, copy it, go back to override, and then paste it. Then make your changes. Otherwise, you might leave it in the default and then it's not going to work. So make sure you put it into the override folder. Otherwise, anything you do isn't going to make any difference. Once you're done, save it and move on to the next one. So we're just going to go into default here and look at some of these things. Now, you're probably wondering, what the heck? There's a lot of files here that are literally just names that you might not 100% understand. You could go in and change the puppets, specific puppets to drop certain things. You can, like, whatever you want to do. The choice is up to you. The special underscore packages, so we can find in here, all these right here, these special cargo drops are anything you can get from a cargo drop, right? So this is all the stuff you can get from a cargo drop all the way down to here. So these are all the packages you can get. If you want to add something into a cargo drop or remove a cargo drop, you can do that here. So for example, there's 2 drops here. A special package from a cargo drop that drops an AK-15 add-on and one that drops the actual AK-15. Let's say you wanted it to be a whole thing, right? You could go and open both of them up and it's super simple. Copy all these fixed items, put a comma, and then paste them all there. Now that you have this, you can copy it back and go over to this other one and just paste it there. Meaning each time you open either an AK-15 add-ons or the AK-15, you're going to get the full kit. When you got one weapon, you got the ammo for it as well. Because there's nothing worse than having a gun when you don't have any ammo for it. These are the kind of things you can customize in here. If you don't like having key cards, you could simply add or remove this entirely, or you could make it something else. So let's just say if this is a kill box, for instance, you want to encourage people to do the kill box. So why don't we give them a screwdriver, right? And then why don't we give them some advanced lockpicks? I don't know, maybe 2 of them. And then why don't we give them some medical gloves for the zappers? Or heck, even let's add a gas mask. So now when you get a key card, you're going to get a screwdriver, a couple of advanced lockpicks, medical gloves, and a gas mask. Meaning that every time it's going to encourage people to go and do a kill box. And why not we add one more thing? And we add wire cutters. That way it's everything they need. So if you want to have these kits ready to go, like let's just say you're trying to encourage people to get out there and do kill boxes in your server, or maybe you're a person who is not that comfortable with them, set this up, encourage yourself to go ahead and do a kill box. That's like super helpful. It's very beneficial. Obviously, if this was the PvP server, it would be a little broken, but it's honestly, it's up to you about how you want to do it. Literally, the customization is entirely up to you. These are just options that I'm running through in my head here. Now, there's other things, and all these ones are for the kill boxes. And like I said, they've given us all the power in the world. Now, if we look down here under Special Packages Vault Examine, these are all of the lock-picked containers in the abandoned bunkers. There's a lot, and a lot of people weren't happy with the changes that they made, or a lot of people didn't like them. you can just change them. As it is in the kill boxes, there's also an AK-15 ammo and an AK-15 weapon. Like I said, if you want to change it very simply, you just go into this one, copy, add a comma, paste it, take the whole shebang there, post it there. That way both now have the exact same item. So if you roll the vault ammo pack or you roll the gun, it's going to give you the whole thing. They've lowered the amount of lockers you can open. There's only 2 of each type in the armories instead of 4. Let's just say you don't remember which ones you've done and you're like, ah shit, which ones did I edit? Copy the whole thing into override. Boom, just do it. Just copy the whole thing into override. That way you're not worrying that you didn't get the right file, or just make note of the ones you edit. That way you can move the right ones over. Now the next command we're going to go over is exporting the built-in nodes. So pretty simple, export default loot tree. There's also export current loot tree. The current will be changes that you've made. Default is going to be what the developers have set up. So once you do the command, it's going to go to the same location as before, and you're going to be able to find files like this. So in default here, look at that. Boom, all the files are right there. Now, this means that you can change the loot in any of these places for all over the map. Doesn't just mean one spot. In a gas station, for instance. If we open this up, we'll see that there is quite a few different items you can obtain, right? We know that military quivers and backpacks are something that or can be found here, but maybe you want it to be a little more common. As you can see, the things that fall under the category of backpacks are from here to here, which is waist bags, military quiver, a knife sheath, a pistol holster, a hiking backpack, and then obviously the plain backpacks, which are the TC backpack and the regular blue or whatever variation backpack there is. If you want hiking backpacks to spawn here more than the other ones, you could just do that, or you could just delete that. But honestly, these are very rare. This is rare. You can hit this table more frequently. And let's just say you want to change that to the sporran bag. You could do that. And therefore that will spawn the sporran bag. Like the plain backpacks with hiking backpacks, you're more likely going to find a backpack here now on a common basis. If you want it to be even more common, you could change this from very rare to rare, or you could set it to maybe uncommon. It's up to you. That's an example of what you can do in specific locations. But what if you wanted to add something like a screwdriver to make it a little less difficult? I personally don't like changing the screwdriver spawns that much because they are very good and they are supposed to be very rare. Maybe instead of extremely rare, you want it to be very rare, which is going to increase the chances by about double. It's still going to be very low. You're not going to find these all the time, but it's going to be a little more frequent. Once you do all the changes you want, like I said, there's a ton you can change. In the Chinese stores, everyone hates the spears, right? So like these spears, for instance, if we just get rid of the spears part, and there we go. All that it can drop now is swords. No more spears. Problem solved. All of the power in your fingertips. If you want to put screwdrivers back in the depositories, right here. For example, we're going to start with one of these. I'm going to go to name. I'm going to go to screwdriver. Go down here to rarity. I'm going to set it to extremely rare. I would highly recommend doing extremely rare because it's pretty easy to get. I'll be honest, it's pretty easy to get. And then put a comma there. Only thing that I recommend doing is changing tools from common to uncommon. The reason is it is the only table that is common, meaning it is the most frequently hit table. So you will actually get these a lot more commonly if it's not on uncommon. Changing it to uncommon should fix that issue for you. And if you're a server owner and want to change a little bit more about, because these items sell for a lot of money, change them to rare. Dial locks. Everyone hates dial locks right now when you're raiding. Just change them to rare. Make them less common, you know? Make it harder for people to obtain these things. If you're like me and absolutely hate memory module, the gray memory modules, you can just go back, way back here to the parameters that we talked about before. In items, custom parameters, we're going to look up memory module level 1. Just put this to true, meaning that you cannot get a level 1 memory module anymore. They are gone from the game. Bye-bye. You can do this for every single preset, and you can get into a little bit more of the fancier stuff, which is setting by zones. But that is an advanced thing, and I don't really want to get into that too much, but essentially there's a command for exporting zones, and you can do a specific zone based on A1, A2, A3, A4, so on and so forth. The only thing is you cannot do this in single player. And right here it says, all of the zones exporting should be done in multiplayer. In single player, there is a certain distance loaded around your prisoner, so you won't be able to export effectively. Let's just say you're playing the game and you're trying to loot something, but you don't know what you're looting. Set, should, print, examine, spawner presets will tell you what you're looting. It'll also print a log of it. So single player, the log goes there, multiplayer goes there. Now, once you're done everything, you don't need to shut the game down. You don't need to do any of that. Just type this command. Doing this is going to reset all of the loot. Be aware that players who have just looted something can go back and loot it again. Make sure somebody isn't in the armory when you're doing this, because then they can obtain a lot of extra stuff. They're not going to have to unlock it again. It's just going to be able to search it again and get items. So just be careful when you're doing it on multiplayer. But remember, my suggestion is do the exports on multiplayer for the zones, or if you're just doing very basic, just do it in single player. Get it set up to how you want to do it, and then transfer it over to multiplayer. Because if you do it the other way around, you might screw something up. I encourage you guys to try this stuff out, figure out what works for you, what your server, what your community, what you as a player want, and then just emphasize on that.
If any of you guys are interested, I have my own.
Very, very interesting. That was a good video. You get a fucking thumbs up and a subscribe. All right, links for... Okay, there was the docs file. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, the docs file. Fuck, this is bright. Does it have any public information on here? Nope, there's no public info, so I can share it. What up, Ghostly? Long time no see. What is it, like fucking 10 hours? Alright, so where's the multiplayer? She's neat. The zombies are fixed. The loot in the bunkers is still freaking crapped out, so that's why I'm on this page right now. I can actually set parameters so that certain zones have a lot of loot compared to others. So right here, I'm learning how to do sectors and increase the zone in that specific sector. So you know how they were doing random loot increases and stuff? This is how they did it. The power, bro, the power of YouTube. You can learn how to do anything and everything. General zone modifiers. Here we go. Set ship and examine. Let me see if this fixes the issue that we're having with the loot right now. All right, let's see. Nope, it did not. Dude, I don't know what the fuck. Okay, let's see. They say you can change it, so we'll see if we can change it. But let me just go to a different bunker now. All right, so which one did we hit? We hit this one, so let's go hit this one. Son of a bitch. Crazy thing is that there's no fucking, what's it called? There's no zombies out here. So with that one. Oh, there's zombies in here. Oh shit. Boy, what the fuck? Yeah, there's something wrong with the looting, bro. Oh, man. The fact that I'm running around and not getting fucking harassed by the Edward Scissorhands guy. What the fuck? Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Server reset. I gotta figure out how to put the warning thing on server reset. Two out of the 4. I hit 3 out of the 4. Oh shit. What the fuck happened to all my stuff?
I'm fucking cold.
Come on, man. I'm running butt ass naked with my cheeks clapping. The kill box is this way.
Welcome, dear convicts. This is Killbox, a place where we make your dreams become nightmares. I hope you don't die too early and spoil our family telly time. Here are the rules. You've got 15 minutes to show us how skillful you are. Otherwise, the whole world will find out how your corpse looks like.
Yep. So the layout's pretty much the same on all the fucking bunkers as far as where the kill zone's at. I figured that shit out last night when I was trying this. Always go to the right, left. Then to the right, and then to the left.
How dare you enter my lair, scumbags! Oh, just kidding. No reason to be afraid. No more than usual, that is. This is Killbots, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who lives and who gets horribly mutilated. Here are the rules. You've got 15 minutes to show us how skillful you are. Otherwise, the whole world will find out how your corpse looks like.
Bro, this is so annoying, man. So theoretically, I'm stuck first. This one should have the shit active. If we're going by the 50% ratio. And the crazy part is I don't even know how to fucking change the damn loot probabilities. So there's no way I fucking hit something that changed everything up.
How dare you enter my lair, scumbags! Oh, just kidding. No reason to be afraid. No more than usual, that is.
Oh, man.
This is Killbots, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who lives and who gets horribly mutilated. Here are the rules. You've got 15...
Oh, shit. Okay, you know what? Hold on.
Just because you wrote something down doesn't mean you'll actually do it. With
12 days
Motion,
ago.
one click is all
Perfect.
it takes.
In today's video, we're going to quickly explain to you how to customize NPC loot files. I'm going to explain two different ways, modifying the node and modifying the individual spawners. We're also going to talk about how to change the quality, how to change the amount of drops, and the number of uses on each NPC and which files you need to change to make that happen. So to start, you're going to have to do two in-game commands. If you're on multiplayer, before you go ahead and export the loot, you have to set your Steam ID up as an admin user. By doing that, you need to find the adminusers.ini file and simply add your Steam ID. If you want to add yourself to have God mode, start with a bracket, set God mode, comma, space, restart server, bracket. And that'll allow you to set God mode as well as restart the server with an in-game command. So the first command you're going to have to do is export default loot tree. The next one you're going to do is export default item spawner presets. Those are the only two that you need to do. Once both of those are done, you're going to get the location. If you're doing single player, it's going to be in your local files and app data. And if you're using
Timeout, timeout, timeout. Export default loot tree. Which one was it? Fuck.
export default loot tree. The next one you're going to do is export default item spawner.
Default. Export default item spawner presets. Default item. Okay.
Presets. Those are the only two that you need to do. Once both of those are done, you're going to get the location. If you're doing single player, it's going to be in your local files and app data. And if you're using a host, it's going to be in whichever directory you have there. More than likely, you only have access to the Windows Server area anyways. So you're looking for a loot folder. So why don't we go ahead and go look for that. Now, once those commands are done, you're going to have a few
Timeout, timeout, timeout. Let me pop this open. The Death Dark Star, thank you for that follow. Welcome, welcome. Trying to figure out why our loot is not looting. All right, so I gotta look for file manager. No. Hold on, maybe. Save. No, that's not it. One second, boys. 1 second. Okay. All right, so I want to go to file manager. I want to go to SCUM. Save. Saved config. Config Windows Server. And then loot, which is right there. Spawners, which is right there. Presets. And then default. Oh shit, we got it on the first try. All right. The fuck did I just hit? Okay, so now what do we got to do, my man? What do we got to do? Tell me, what do we got to do?
Folders in your location. Now, if you're using a host, you're going to have to find this folder, which is going to be very easy because most likely this is where your stuff starts. You go to config, Windows Server, and loot. Now, you more than likely, if you only did those commands, will not have cooldown groups or items. You'll have nodes and spawners. Don't worry, those are the only two we need to do. We're going to go into nodes and open up the default section. Here, you're going to see arm.
Hold on, motherfucker. You made me fuck up now. I just got to do it all over again because I thought we were going to go to... Man. Item. Saved. Config. Windows Server. Okay, so we're going to go to nodes, he said. Default. All right. Talk to me.
To NPCs. That's the file you want to take out and drag it over here. By the way, this is WinSCP. If you're doing it locally, you'll be doing it a bit differently. You'll be going to your user files, app data, local, then you'd be finding SCUM. You'd be going into saved, config, Windows no editor, and it would be very similar layout. You go into your loot, and these are the files you'd have. But we go into nodes. You're going to go into default again, copy your armed NPCs, you're going to go back out, and then you're going to create a folder called override. Now you can put that file directly into the override folder right now, and we're going to go ahead and edit it. Now I'm kind of doing it simultaneously here. You can do it either way. If you're doing it with a server, you're going to have to use an interface such as this. If you're doing it locally, you're going to want to use this. And if you're hosting your own...
Okay, what the hell's the name of the interface, motherfucker?
You're going to go into default again, copy your article, and you'd be finding SCUM. You'd be going into over here. By the way, this is WinSCP. Don't worry, those are the only two we need to do. We're going to go into nodes and open up the default section. Here you're going to see armed NPCs. That's the file you want to take out and drag it over here. By the way, this is WinSCP. If you're doing it locally, you'll be
WinSCP. Free award-winning file manager. Download now. Your download successfully. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to put you on the desktop for now. Run as administrator. Install for all users. Yep. Accept. Typical install because we don't know what the fuck this is. Commander. Do I want to donate? Nah, I'm good. Oh shit, this hooks up straight to your fucking... So what am I doing? FTP, right? Yeah, FTP. Alright, so now I gotta pull up my host server. I wish I would have fucking not skipped the manual. Fuck. Alright, okay, so FTP, host name. Oops, wrong keyboard. Ping. Perfect. Port number is... Okay, that failed. I don't want to fuck it up again. So I'm not going to do it live on stream. I'm going to do it off stream, which will be done probably later. So let me save this to save, watch later. We're going to save this too. For this one, I got to hide my screen. File. Make a copy. Loop modification, SCUM. Make a copy. Perfect. Save. All right, so now we got access to that. We're going to save this one too. The fuck is this? Oh. All right, so let's go check out the loot real quick over here and see if it's popping. For right now, the bunkers, I really don't care if the loot's not there. As long as all the loot out here is good. Ah, oh, son of a bitch. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Ah! You bitch. Let me teleport. Fuck! Put ourselves right over here. Alright, so the outside world has fucking loot. Very good loot at that. This is where we find all the car repair kits and all that stuff. Oh shit, we got a bike right there. Oh yeah, dude, we got... Okay, I gotta figure out just how to beef up the 2 of those fuckers. Holy shit. Okay. Jumpers. Dude, the amount of fucking carjacks, what? Oh, what was that? Alternator. Two alternate what? Alright, we got it 2 beefed up. So I put it at 5.0 and that's where we're getting all that stuff right now. So let's put it down to 4.3, 4.6. Because there's no way in hell we should be having so much of the same item in the same place. Restart the server. Oh man. We were at the bunker like 4 days ago and we got a lot of good shit. And then out of nowhere something happened. So you gotta do it when it's stopped. Okay. So all this stuff's still gonna be here. Let me see if we end the game. We're gonna teleport back to the base. I don't know why I decided to fucking start a server, man. I should have just joined one. That was good. I just want to fucking play the game. Restarting the server again. Alright, so the raid time's already set up. I think we'll do a 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. raid time. So theoretically, this shit should have been despawned. And we got some new loot. Fake news. It probably won't despawn. I mean, loot, bitch. Okay, so we do have a wheel. We have a car jack. Fender, rubber. Let's go look at the tire section and see if a lot of wheels pop up. I forgot what the tire section is at. I think it's up here by this. man. Where the fuck is the big pile of tires? Alright, so we got one. Alright, there's a good amount. That's crazy. The audio sounds like you're actually walking on rubber. $205 is it? No, it's 260. Hold on. So yeah, 265.60 is the one that that's for the Rager. Okay, I'm happy with the loot there. Let's go check out the supermarket. God damn it. Going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. I think the supermarket is this way to the left. I want to see how much food, vegetables, money there is in there. Oh, that's a mechanic shop. No fucking way. Not me, you dumbass. Kill him. Fuck. Alright, we're good with the standard, what do you call it, loot. We are fine with that. Boy, my FP's taking a massive hit. 603. Dan Ghost. 25. Ooh-wee. Did I lose my truck? Oh, when I died in the... no, hold on. Where the hell did I don't even know where my truck's at. Oh, well. It's locked to members only, so... Alright, let's see how to destroy vehicles in the game. Not hope. How to delete vehicles in hosted server SCUM. Does current admin manager provides? Show vehicle locations on map. Oh shit, I forgot that. True. Damn, that's a lot of vehicles. Let's see if this actually works. Wait, didn't I put the vehicles here? Or did I park them up here? So the only plane that we have right now is the one that I'm using. So let's delete that. Let's see if it works. What the fuck? All right, so the only way that we're going to be able to delete these is going to be to turn on vehicle damage and just fuck them up. Fucking YG and his shit. Damn, this man had a proximity mine? What the hell? So we're going to set up 3-man teams in this server. So that we can have some PvP action. And of course, you know that's gonna mean stream sniping. Can you repair the vehicle? Damn, the smarter thing would have been just take it off the fucking into the water. I thought I was gonna blow it up and that didn't happen. Charcoal with the follow. Welcome. Just trying to do some back end stuff right now before we open tomorrow for a 2.5 week test run. All right, so you can't take any of that shit apart. Gonna have to bring a vehicle, take all these parts, throw them in the water. Map, teleport. We gotta put locks on these. Alright, Michael Jackson that. So we got that. Now we're gonna put locks on these. Those will be open. These will all be open. Alright, so this is YG and that is Havoc. Alright boys, I'm gonna go do some back end stuff with the website so I can get the loot increased. So we're gonna shut it off right now, but we're gonna be back later on. Just want to get that stuff done real quick before tomorrow hits so we can start advertising. So we'll catch you guys back in a few hours. Till then, deuces y'all.